guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. So, as you probably know, YENA came back with their second single album, Hate XX, led by the title track Hate Rodrigo, featuring Yuki of G-Idol. I honestly never thought I would have done a review video for a YENA comeback, but I have a lot to say about Hate Rodrigo, especially given all the controversy about this Olivia Rodrigo concept, if we can call it so. And then yesterday, June 29, 2 days after the release, the shocking news. The music video of Hate Rodrigo and every content related to it has been removed or switched to private. I say shocking because apparently I overestimated the intelligence of the producers and team of YEWA Entertainment, YENA's company. And I don't get why, since they are the responsible for the waste of talent and terrible mismanagement of Everglow. So I should have seen this coming, honestly, but let's take one step at a time. When YENA announced the name of the title track, netizens quickly started to accuse her of dissing Olivia Rodrigo for marketing purposes. Some fans also said that Rodrigo is a popular Spanish name, so maybe it has nothing to do with her, but it was obvious from the MV teaser and the highlight medley that Olivia Rodrigo was the main concept of this release. YENA recreated some scenes of Olivia's music videos, and you could see posters and photos of Olivia literally everywhere in the MV. YENA cleared the air when appearing as a guest star in Jonathan, the K-Star Next Door show, explaining that she actually loves Olivia Rodrigo and that she's envious of how much she shines. That's why she says she hates her. Also, YENA's agency released a statement clarifying that Hate Rodrigo aims to express a cute jealousy towards people who are more successful. Okay. I mean, it was obvious that the name of the song was a marketing strategy, a way for the comeback to make a splash even before its release. Of course, as happens most of the time, it is mostly the artist who gets the tide of hate comments that comes with it. Many Olivia stans started to criticize and hate on YENA, and for most people it seemed like a very odd situation. I was honestly really curious about this comeback and also pretty excited, not gonna lie. Of course, this whole Olivia Rodrigo thing seemed weird to me too, but maybe it's because June has been a super flat and boring month girl groups wise, since we had really few releases by girl groups, or maybe it's because I was loving the teenage punk rock Disney Channel vibe that this concept and aesthetic was exuding. I don't know why, but I couldn't help but feeling very intrigued. This felt different and unique in a way, which is ironic considering that this whole release basically revolves around another person. But yeah, I was 100% on board with this comeback, and when I was reading the comments of those who said, but couldn't Olivia Rodrigo sue them? It's embarrassing to admit it now, but for honesty's sake I have to do it. I was bursting out laughing. I was just thinking to myself, do they really think these people are idiots? To pull off a big move like that, it's obvious that Olivia signed a release form or something like that and that they have her permission. Well, apparently, they didn't. Hate Rodrigo turned to be exactly what I was expecting. The song in itself is not really my cup of tea. It is too much playful and cheerful with its very distinctive Disney Channel vibes. I definitely prefer something more dark and alluring like Wicked Love, the pre-release that YENA dropped a few days before the album. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. I already knew I wouldn't like Hate Rodrigo that much from the highlight medley and MV teaser alone, so I wasn't that surprised. But I mean, this happy and bubblegum mood is the perfect continuation from YENA's previous releases, without being a copy and paste like Smartphone was. I appreciated smartphone concepts and overall aesthetic. The MV was very visually pleasing, the Y2K styling was perfect and fit the song so well, but music-wise it really looked like Smiley 2.0, nothing less, nothing more. While on the other hand, Hate Rodrigo fits YENA's concept perfectly, but manages to maintain a bit of distinct individuality that Smartphone completely failed to have. Its sound is still very reminiscent of her previous songs, but it's a step in the right direction. Of course, I am not counting Love War in all of this, which goes into another direction completely. I still don't get if that was an official comeback, because like it wasn't promoted on music shows, so I figured it was more like a special release or something, and that's why it didn't fit the sound and concept YENA has been establishing until then. But anyway, the highlight of Hate Rodrigo, I would say, is definitely Yuki's verse. She was an excellent addition to this release. She fits this concept and aesthetic perfectly, and YENA and Yuki match together so well that they look like a K-pop duo of their own. Also, I found super cool that this Disney Channel aesthetic perfectly matches the aesthetic of G-Idol's latest release, so that it almost looked like Yuki's came straight from the Queen Card Envy into YENA's music video, like if it was a continuation or even better, a spin-off of the Girls series. However, the only issue I have with this featuring is that among 4 title tracks, it's YENA's 3rd featuring, making Smartphone the only title where she is the only one singing. And this is odd because YENA is a rookie soloist, and for someone who is at the beginning of her solo career and that has to establish an artistic image, relying so much on other artists in her title tracks brings more disadvantages than advantages, and it makes it almost look like her company thinks she can't do it by herself. Which is stupid, of course, since YENA is very talented and popular as a former IZ*ONE member. Plus, her team managed to craft a solid and consistent personal style, this whole cute, fun and bubblegum aesthetic and sound that YENA fits perfectly, so making these many collaborations bring more harm than good, I fear. Anyway, as expected, I love this teenage punk rock aesthetic of this comeback. The MV was quite aesthetically pleasing. I liked all these special effects and the pink predominance of the color palette. I was expecting a bit more with the styling, that's for sure, especially given the fact that they did a great job with their previous styling eras, especially Smartphone, and given this Avril Lavigne vibe of Hate Rodrigo, the potential for great looks was definitely there. Anyway, YENA's gorgeous pink hair definitely made up for it. About the choreo, I don't like it at all. Of course, it's totally YENA's style, it's goofy, it's childish, it matches her concept perfectly, but I feel that compared to Smiley and Smartphone choreos, which were exactly the same style, this dance is completely underwhelming. It's very basic and easy. It looked more like a musical choreography where the character has to act through it and just occasionally does some dance moves, if it makes sense. Anyway, let's go to the juicy part, which is of course this whole Olivia Rodrigo concept and references. Not gonna lie, as I already said, this concept is kind of cringe, that's for sure, especially the thousands of posters and photos of Olivia Rodrigo that we see through the music video. But the most annoying thing is of course the title and the lyrics where she says, "I'm not jealous, Rodrigo." Like, okay. I mean, there was really no need to name this song like this. It's saying you hate someone because I'm jealous, but in a cute way, like, what the fuck? Also, the lyrics are a bit weird. It's like they forcibly brought up Olivia Rodrigo's name when it had nothing to do with the song. Like, I mean, it was obvious that it was made to draw attention to the comeback, and not because it was really needed. Also, Olivia Rodrigo came back with a new song today after 2 years from her last album, so this cannot be a coincidence, right? I mean, this was an obvious marketing strategy from their part, but honestly, I think it kind of blew over their faces. The real surprise, at least for me, is that they didn't have some sort of agreement with Olivia Rodrigo, which is so stupid to say the least. As of now, June 30, when I'm recording this video, YEWA just released a statement a few hours ago denying that Olivia's team reached out to them to remove the music video. They stated that they decided to switch it to private because some scenes could have caused copyrights and trademarks issues, which honestly, it's so fucking dumb, like, duh? Of course this could have happened, that's why I was 100% sure that YEWA's legal team, assuming that they have one at this point, dealt with the situation by making Olivia sign some type of content release form. And, you know, I graduated in law last year and I'm a trainee lawyer, so this type of stuff are very interesting to me, of course. I don't think that it's that big of a deal legally, like copyright-wise, because if you think about it, Rodrigo is a very popular Spanish name. So, I mean, it's not like she says, I hate you, Olivia Rodrigo. That could have been a problem for sure. And also the photos and posters that we see in the music video are all public. Like, they are photos and posters you could find on the internet without any problem. So, I don't know, it would be interesting from a legal point of view to understand really how much Olivia could complain and claim, you know. Anyway, this whole concept was definitely a bad idea if you think about it. Like, they honestly made a fool of themselves. Just a few hours ago, they re-uploaded the music video, basically blurring Olivia's face, and that was pretty much it. And like, even if we want to believe that what they said is true, that it was their choice to remove the music video and to edit it, still, are you guys only thinking about it now? This is honestly embarrassing. Like, and I'm sorry for YENA, because she didn't deserve this. I don't know if she pitched the concept or not, but regardless, it's the company's responsibility to protect their artists and to ensure that this type of stuff doesn't happen. I hope that she'll promote the rest of Hate Rodrigo smoothly, because this concept could have been fun and interesting, but unfortunately, they messed up big time. I just want to quickly talk about Wicked Love because I am just obsessed with it on so many levels. This is a completely different side of YENA from what we've seen so far. It's very far from the bright and funny mood of Smiley and Smartphone. It's more badass and alluring, and it's definitely more my cup of tea. I have to be honest, when I saw the music video first, I wasn't that impressed with the song. Like, it was nice, but I don't know, I was more shocked on how good the styling was and how much pleasing was the choreo. But then I listened to it again and oh boy, it got stuck in my head 24/7. It's so catchy and mesmerizing. I have it on replay. And again, perfect styling. All these leg and arm warmers got me on chokehold, let me tell you. And the choreo, oh my god, I am obsessed with the dance move for the line Wicked, Wicked Love in the chorus where she goes on the floor like, she ate, she slayed, she devoured, ate and left no crumbs and all of that. But I don't necessarily agree with the many people that say that Wicked Love should have been the title track, because as far as I saw, the majority of people prefer Wicked Love over Hate Rodrigo, myself included. It just feels superior in so many ways, you know. But again, Hate Rodrigo fits YENA's style and concept so much better. This was a huge switch from the identity she built since debuting as a soloist, and it could have been risky. I don't know, I always praise consistency, you know, which of course doesn't mean that you can change or anything, but I think that if you committed to a specific and fresh concept that sets you apart from the other many soloists that are out there, you should try to stick with it and exploring new genre more in the B-sides or pre-releases like she's doing right now. Okay guys, this is all for today. Let's see if there will be any development on this whole YENA and Olivia Rodrigo mess. In the meantime, go stream Hate XX and also Vampire, Olivia's new song. See you in the next video. Bye!